But it's live. But Kfir, you want to introduce yourself really quickly?
Hey everyone, my name is Kfir. I'm a co-founder and the CEO of DSM Tool, an eBay dropshipping software. I also teach eBay dropshipping on Entrepreneur Zone, the platform that Marc founded. You can find my course. I guess you can find in the description below a link to my course, and you feel free to take it. There are a lot of courses on Entrepreneur Zone, but that's not the subject of this video. In this video, we're here to talk about eBay seller updates.
So I want to say a little bit about eBay seller updates in general, and then what I know about this eBay seller update, right? So,
all right. And then we can look into the seller update itself, and great, and I'll share with you all of the news that eBay brought to the table, everything that you should know. But I do agree that we should start talking not about what is new on eBay, rather about the importance and the relevance of eBay seller updates and even knowing what's new on eBay for people who are considering to start a dropshipping business.
Right.
Considering selling on eBay, right?
Yeah, because eBay changes. Over the years, when I first started dropshipping on eBay, the biggest seller update I remember was when, this had to be 2014 or 2015. You didn't need to upload tracking number. There was no system for, you could just, if an item is out of stock, you could just refund the money, or if the price went up and down, you can just refund the money and you don't have a problem, right? And then a lot of people
go back to 1995 when eBay was established. Nor any of those hardcore rules, were applied to sellers as the rules apply today. Obviously, it was easier to sell online because also there were no standards of. If you think about it, who does eBay follow when they set standards on how to sell online and what level of service to provide? Right. Who do you think?
Amazon.
Of course, Amazon. The industry. Makes sense.
All right, so let's go through. As a previous eBay seller, I was always nervous about the eBay, as an eBay dropshipper, I was always nervous about the eBay seller update. So, and I don't currently sell on eBay, so I didn't go through the new update. So I don't know if you want to share if there are any specific points that you want to share first, and then
right. So before I'm sharing that, and by the way, while we speak, I'm sharing this the live stream on the DSM Tool community, so that more people will join us, so that we will have more people in the live stream. So before I'm sharing my screen, while I do that, I wanted to ask you: do you know how often does eBay release those seller updates, and why do they do that?
No, if I remember, it might have been twice a year, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. How often do they do that?
Typically, it's twice a year, and in some years you're able to see that they do it more than twice a year, even once every quarter. And from what you remember, when you were selling on eBay, did you follow those news? Did you read the seller updates?
I personally read it because I used to make videos about it on YouTube, right? But I know for a fact, hosting Dropship House and running DSGenie for a while and interacting with dropshippers, I know for a fact that most dropshippers don't even look at it.
Why do you think so?
I don't know. I personally think people don't treat this business model as a real business, and I think people take for granted the work it takes. That's just me personally. That's what I think.
Right. I agree with you. And also in a sense, when you think about it, we tend to be lazy. We don't like changes as people. But the thing is, and the importance of understanding the eBay seller updates, in my opinion, for you, if you're planning to sell on eBay or if you already sell on eBay, has to do more with just knowing what's new on eBay. Because you will eventually know what's new on eBay this way or another, because either you will miss the train of the changes and then you will figure out that you didn't know and something has changed and now you have to adapt to it, or you will hear it somewhere or whatever. But in my opinion, if you are selling on eBay or if you're selling online, if you own a business, then the reason that you want to follow these updates has to do with your integrity as a business owner and as a business manager. Because you're supposed to take your business seriously. It's like you own a business, right, in the country of Nicaragua, and I own a business in the country of Israel. And it's as if they would change the entire taxation system, or they would do updates to it, and we would say, yeah, whatever, we'll just go. No, this might mean that I have far less money, for example, if the tax changes and goes up, and I can't operate with all the money. So I have responsibility. I own a business. So I think that is the real importance behind reading the seller updates. So before I'm sharing my screen and actually showing everyone the updates, let's talk about. Let's see what everyone says in the chat and who has joined us.
So someone already brought up the API question again. So we'll get to that in a second. Yes. So the first question is, eBay suspended my account for changing my email because they thought I was being hacked. It was sorted out, but I am shaking in my boots now. Have you had that experience?
Not personally, but I know a lot of people that, look, eBay is like a corporate that when you start selling on it, have no chance to affect a lot of the things that are automatically going to happen. It's part of the risk that we're taking by becoming sellers on eBay. The corporate has the power on us far more than we have power on it. And a lot of times, all kind of different bots would detect your account for whatever reason. Doesn't have to be dropshipping. And we did an entire session. You can go on the NoBS channel to look for the other session that we did where we talked about API and software and manual dropshipping and all of those myths, which are completely irrelevant in my opinion and incorrect. But the point is that you're being detected by robots. And typically what you do if you want to release your account, if you've been detected, is you should probably try to call and contact eBay again and again and again and again until you will reach a human that would be, hopefully, maybe no human on eBay in the representatives that you're going to reach to is going to be able to help you. But hopefully you might reach to someone. And I think this is the case that happened here to Shiza. That's the person that said it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was hacked, so she contacted them, she verified the details, and it was released. But yeah, typically you would have to, there is no magical solution, not for me nor for Mark. And I have contacts in eBay's corporate, and I still would not be able to affect it that much, just because it's such a big corporate and there are so many parameters that might affect it.
Right, exactly.
But that's cool. I see that Monique is here, and I see that Chase is here, so it's nice.
So let me just say one thing, guys. So we are giving, those of you guys who are watching this live, we are giving away a 1-year subscription to DSM Tools and a 1-year subscription to Entrepreneur Zone.
Really?
In order to,
how do you get it?
Together. So in order to win it, what we need you to do is share the link to this video on any social media platform. It could be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, because YouTube has a share feature now. Take a screenshot of where you shared the video and send me that email to mark@dsgenie.com. I'll put it in the chat. And from these emails, we'll choose someone to give away the 1-year subscription of DSM Tools and the 1-year subscription of Entrepreneurs.
Guys, this is like a $350 or something like that dollars worth of subscriptions. So that's awesome. Yeah. And I hope that you will do that. And let's give them another option. The other option is while you share it and while you take the screenshot and everything, if it's on Instagram, for example, post another story, take a drink with us. Cheers, everyone. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your time with us. And feel free to pop questions because it's a live event. So we're going to be interactive with you guys and answer questions and anything that you have in mind. But I say let's jump into the seller updates. Let me share my screen, all right?
So guys, after we get into the seller update, then we'll answer questions, okay? And smash that like button because we're doing this every week, at least once a week on eBay dropshipping and eBay selling.
All right. So I talked about the eBay seller update. And actually, before I'm going into the fall seller update, I want to show you guys that if you would look, how do you find those updates? What?
That's not, let me put the screen up.
You can't see my screen, can you? On the live stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it up now.
So guys, go ahead and do it together with me. Open a tab on Google and type eBay seller updates. And you see, it's as simple as that. The first search result, can you now see my screen?
Yeah.
The first search result is the seller update by eBay. And if you're selling on eBay, you know that every 3 to 6 months it happens, and just go and search for it and find it for yourself, or join a dropshipping community. Join the DS dropshipping community on Facebook. Join Honest Dropshippers, which is this channel's Facebook group. And I personally post there every time that there is a seller update. So by engaging in a community, you can be up to date with everything that happens. And then also, if you're not familiar with the previous updates, then you could read updates of what happened previously. I'm also going to refer to some of that in this session. But as I said, we're going to talk about the 2020 fall seller update.
Mm-hmm.
And in the fall seller update, we have 4 different, let's call it sections that is called listing and promoting. One that is called, and this is the biggest change, like the biggest changes have in the listing and promoting. So we're going to spend quite some time over here. And then the shipping section, which I'm not even going to talk about. And the reason I'm not going to talk about it is because most people watching my channel and your channel are looking to start a dropshipping business. They don't hold their own inventory. So if you hold your own inventory, go on and read that. If you're a dropshipper, usually shipping updates are not for us. Sometimes they do, but this time they don't. I'm going to talk about fees and financials, including the new eBay Managed Payments update that they've been writing here. And I'm going to talk about something that's called running your business, and maybe we could relate to your case of setting out Amazon businesses on vacation mode, because eBay has a new vacation mode feature.
Wow, okay, nice.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah.
Everyone ready? Write us in the chat. Are you ready? Just write yes.
Yes, guys, just put ready, and I see some questions, but we'll answer the questions after because we want to get into the seller update.
Okay, yeah, let's do the first listing and promoting and then answer some questions.
Okay.
But I want to hear everyone, if you're ready, just type yes. And if there are more watchers than there are likes on that video, that's nasty. Guys, click on the like button, help us promote this video on YouTube, and we're going to start. So listing and promoting, I'm clicking learn more, and that opens the update. And they have here a short summary, but we're going to take the long way and go everything here. And I'm not only going to put the changes. I want us to discuss the changes. I want us to discuss the importance of those changes. So we're going to start with new category changes to help your buyers find your items. And eBay does that in every single seller update. They always update categories because some categories changes, and they always add new item specifics, like they're right here. It's like literally something that happened in every single seller update. And they even write almost in every single seller update, eBay will automatically move your listing to the most relevant category. And as a result, you might pay different fees because you're in different categories. So eBay is always categorizing and changing their platform according to the changes that happens in, I don't know, in the retail industry. So they adapt the website. Everything is quite typical. But what I want to focus on is the first sentence. They say we continue to make category changes to create more intuitive buying, selling, and search experiences, and bring eBay into closer alignment with industry standard classifications. And I will stop here. What the hell is industry standard classifications? Maybe you can tell me. Maybe someone in the audience can.
Yeah,
guys,
so before I say, what do you think?
What is the industry standard classification with item specifics and creating the right category? And why is it so damn important for eBay to do that? Because the update themselves, I'm going to show you some technical stuff, but the why, the essence, is what's really important. Why do you think it is so important, and it's the first thing that appears there? And Mark, in the meanwhile, tell your opinion.
I mean, I know right now, Amazon is the industry standard, right, for e-commerce.
Yes.
And I learned something. It's something that you brought up. It's a term that you used. I remember you had mentioned that the Amazon process is a product. The Amazon catalog is a product-based catalog, and the eBay catalog used to be it's a seller-based catalog, or used to be a seller-based catalog.
Let's show it. Let's show you what it means. Let me show you guys.
Yeah.
When I some
Are you there? You break. I don't hear you. Hello? You're breaking up a second. Kfir, hello.
on Amazon, I really hope that my
I still don't hear
computer
you.
will work fast. What about now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, you're back. You're back. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, guys. I have so many tabs open, and we're streaming live on multiple channels, so it's a little bit mess. So let me for a second search it here. When I'm searching for wait, dog toy here. I'll do the searches and then I'll turn it.
Yeah.
When I'm searching for something on Amazon, let's share my screen, and let's really hope it's not going to.
Yeah.
1 second. All right, we're sharing. When I'm searching for something on Amazon, then what happens is that I get results, and these results, if I'll go into that product, I am to go into that now, but I would see on the side the price of the product, and under it a small table called the supplier's table of every single seller on Amazon that sells that product. So all of the sellers are come together into one page, which is the product page. This is what's called product-based experience. On eBay, on the other hand, when I'm looking for the same thing, which is dog toy here, what's going to happen is that every single result that I'm getting, one single seller. Here is the seller name. Over here, your name. Every time there is one seller. So the same product could also appear 10 times. The exact same image, the exact same title could potentially. This is seller-based experience. And the industry standard in most of the marketplace. Or actually, the in Amazon, which is the most important market. Seller updates, they stopped this attempt as far as I know at the moment. They're not talking about it. But they did an attempt to copy Amazon, and they developed a new look to the search results of eBay that looked a little bit more like Amazon. It actually looked even better. It was really cool. I don't know why they deprecated it, or maybe they're still trying to implement it. But currently, it's not being implemented fully. And that's why Mark, that's why you're calling it an industry standard. But why? Why is it better? What does it affect? Why is it so important to do
because
this specific?
Okay. In my opinion, it focuses on the customer, because the customer has, Amazon makes the decision to give the customer the best seller of that specific item. You see what I'm saying? Kfir? Kfir, for some reason, your connection is bad today. Because I can see the bars on the application. Do you hear me? Kfir. I stopped sharing your screen for a second because I can't hear you. Jesus. Guys, we're having some technical difficulties, so give me a second. Kfir. Okay, Kfir has disappeared. My guess is he has a pretty bad internet connection. But let me see if I get him back on. 1 second, guys. If you guys have any questions specifically for me that's not about eBay or about eBay, actually, while we wait on Kfir, let's go social. I'll give you my response or my opinion to what you just asked about the API thing, right? Give me a second. I'm just going to make sure Kfir could get back on. I think he's back. 1 second, guys. Little technical difficulty. Okay, he's not back yet. But anyway, so let's go social info. You asked, is it safe to use DSM tools because it still goes through the API? Let me give you my honest and clear opinion about this API thing. Drop shipping on eBay, using API or not, is using retailers, Walmart, Amazon, Sears, Kmart, all that shit, is completely against eBay terms of service, right? eBay shuts you down and doesn't tell you how or why, whether you have the API or not. I have a friend of mine who lives here in Nicaragua who was making $8,000 to $10,000 net profit with less than 200 listings, not using any software. And eBay shut his ass down, right? The interesting thing with the API is although, okay, you might get so-called flagged or, thanks, Chase. I'm going to get Kfir back in. 1 second. Kfir, you're back.
I think I'm back on my phone. Can you see me on my phone?
Yeah, I see you on your phone.
That's funny. Guys, I'm really, really sorry. I have no idea what's going on. My computer is, as you can see over here, a black screen.
Jesus.
Going nuts. What's wrong? No signal. I think it just shut down itself. Okay. What's going on, man? All right, let me see. I'll try to disconnect here a couple of things and let's see if it's working. Okay. Do we have PC technicians in the audience? If someone could help me.
It just turned off. I could get Nelson, but that's crazy.
He just lives 11 hours flight from here. Okay, here we go. My computer is going up again, as you can see.
Okay, sweet.
Right here. You can see my beautiful background over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to be connected to less things. Let's see if you can see me now through the computer.
Because now your internet connection seems perfect from the phone. It gives you, the Restream gives you a rating on the connection. And the
phone. Yeah, I think it's a problem with the computer itself. Okay, guys. I can see myself in now also. Can you put my computer back on the screen?
Hold on.
Add me.
No,
join.
Yeah.
Yeah, I clicked on the join button and now you can add me. Okay, and I'm going to disconnect. There you go. Oh, okay. Hear me through the computer?
Yeah. Oi.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
And I quitted my phone and are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Guys, I'm so sorry for delaying this. Where was I? Where did you lose me?
I can't. I was trying to entertain them when you left, but we were sharing.
we were talking about the importance of item specific. So I'm going to close some apps here, so everything will be closed. This one.
No, but according to Restream, your connection is good. So guys, we had some technical difficulties, but smash that like button.
Seems like we're back and live. All right, cool. So can I continue now?
No whiskey. I'm drinking water. I'm on a cleanse. But yeah, go ahead.
Whiskey, anyone? Okay, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm going back to share my screen.
All right. That's the problem. As soon as you share your screen, everything goes bad. What is going on? Kfir is gone again, it seems.
If you're watching this not live after,
Kfir, you're breaking up. But it's as soon as you share the screen. Guys, give us a second. I'm not sure why this is happening. Okay, so Kfir is gone again. All right, Kfir is back on his phone.
no, Kfir is back on his phone. My computer just died again. What the hell?
I know. I don't know would it help? I know you had it prepared.
Everything is open in tabs. All of the content. That's horrible. Look, that's us on a frozen computer. It doesn't work. So, well, we're live. So what do you suggest we do? Do you suggest that we postpone or that we just wait for it and I'll send you all of the links while it's working and you will open them on your computer? What do you guys should do?
Guys, do you prefer us to finish it live and Kfir sends me all the links? Or do you want us to reschedule for another day? It could be tomorrow, it could be... But I know we had maybe like 15 minutes of technical difficulties, so I want to get you guys' opinion on YouTube. Should we reschedule or should we continue and Kfir send me links? And we also have some questions about, is it safe to still use promoted listings and so on?
Okay, so I'll tell you what. Let's do it this way. Let's change the format of this live and not talk today about eBay seller updates because I don't think that's going to work. I think that guys, just look at that. My computer is literally still frozen like 3 minutes ago. This is the streaming app. I don't think that's going to work. Let's move it into a Q&A session. Let's give you guys answers to concerns or questions that you might have about eBay dropshipping. I'll stay here on my phone. We will let the computer die slowly, and I'll try to fix it later on. Yeah. And then we will reschedule. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Maybe we'll do it on another day. And I promise you that I will go over the eBay seller updates, and we'll do the entire discussion of why is it important again for those who will be new to the streaming when we do that. So look, and you know what? Not only that, just because we promised it, we're still going to give away in this webinar $350 worth of subscriptions. One is an annual subscription to DSM Tool, and one is an annual subscription to Entrepreneur Zone, where you can find an eBay dropshipping course that teaches how to use DSM Tool that you got an annual subscription to. I mean, you can't really get much better than that. So that's awesome. So what are the questions? What do you see in the chat?
All right, so you see, is it safe to use DSM tools because they still go through the API?
Mark, do you want to answer that?
I want to give... we did multiple videos about this API thing. I want to say something, right? Dropshipping straight from Walmart and stuff is against eBay terms of service. A few people use no software and just upload images, get a little traffic, make some money, and then think that it's because of software that you're not getting traffic. If you do not, thanks, Larry. So send me, thanks. So we have a couple of guys sharing. So if you do not follow eBay terms of service, you cannot build, or if you don't follow as much as eBay terms of service as possible to keep your account going, you cannot build a real business, right? The whole purpose of using DSM tools, using the API, using, for instance, Aliexpress and other wholesalers, is to stay as close to eBay's terms of service as possible and work and make long-term money, right? Long-term. Plan 6 months from now, a year from now, make daily goals, weekly goals. When you're completely doing black hat and you're just uploading stuff from Walmart, you cannot do that. And that is one reason why, like, I stopped doing the eBay done for you. That's one. And that's one reason. The other reason why Kfir and I have this call, because there's all this nonsense about this API and it comes up like every day and it drives me nuts.
Every single week that we do a live session, even when we don't do live sessions, just comments on the videos. People. So let me give a little bit my perspective about this. So on when you dropship on eBay, you can you can use the software or not use the software. That's not going to change much for you. But what's really going to change for you, and Mark, maybe in the meanwhile, you can share the screen and go into blog.dsmtools.com and find that article about the eBay dropshipping policy. I think it's the third or fourth one.
Yeah.
I did an article and a 40-minute video explaining to details what happens when you choose to do dropshipping. And in short, what happens is that if you choose to go against the eBay dropshipping policy, you're going to suffer from something that is called reduced visibility. It's also being called flagged account. Your account will be flagged. You will suffer from reduced visibility, generally speaking. And it doesn't matter if you would connect through an API software or not connect through an API software, work manually, work with this stupid thing that is called non-API software, whatever way that you will choose, as long as you're dropshipping against the eBay dropshipping policy, you would suffer from reduced visibility. But just because you get less traffic to your store doesn't mean that that you're not able to run a profitable eBay dropshipping business. It means that you are limited with the amount of profit that you can make in your store, but it doesn't mean that you can't be profitable. And I showed in the previous live session or in the previous recorded video with you, Mark, I showed products from Aliexpress that I sourced very, very easily. You know what? Let me show you. No, this is the eBay Managed Payments article. You missed another article. Go back to the home, and then here you go. The eBay dropshipping policy explained. There is the video here. And can you scroll down a little bit until you see a graph that is going down? And this is the email. There is an email that you get if you choose to do dropshipping. And I break down the email to details. But eventually, the effect that happens is a graph that goes down, not a graph that goes up. Eventually, the effect that happens is that you get reduced visibility. Here we go. This is a reduced visibility in a feature that is called promoted listings. Not all the dropshippers get it. It doesn't happen all the time, but you are at risk that that feature would not work for you and you will get less views on eBay. Getting less views doesn't mean that you can't make money. And the reason for that is because unlike any other seller on eBay, you know how much time will it take you to change your entire inventory in your store? Mark, how much time do you think it would take as a dropshipper?
Maybe a day.
What a day? 5 minutes. All you need is to remove all your products.
If you remove everything,
use a software like DSM tool, list new products. And that's the thing with dropshipping. If you're catching the right products, if you do the right market research, then you can find products and continuously post new products that even with reduced visibility will convert enough times and will make enough sales, maybe even as much as eBay sellers that are actually working according to the policy and has an inventory. You know, recently I started a collaboration, which I really hope that will continue, with a software called Dropsource. Can you type dropsource.com? And guys, if you won't be able now, I think, maybe you can even sign up there and see for yourself how it looks like. But this is a software that does product research for dropshipping. There are other softwares in the market. There is a famous software called Zik Analytics. This is a little bit less famous, but a really, really beautiful software. And if you use a software, here you go, another thing about, can you or can you not use a software for eBay dropshipping? If you use a software like Dropsource and you do product research and you find, and you know how much time it takes me to find products with Dropsource, about 30 seconds. They're literally products that are being automatically scanned and uploaded to a dashboard in the platform every day. The same as you, Mark, doing the daily videos. They literally post those products free on the platform. Not for free, of course. You have to subscribe. But if you subscribe, you don't even have to do the market research. It's ridiculous. So things like that, and you know, I'm showing you Dropsource as an example, but actually what I mean by that is that if you do proper research and you work properly, and I talk about it in the course a lot, working properly is the key. Understand? You know, we talked about the subject of this live, which we have to do another one of, is the eBay seller update. And this is what did we start the live with? We started the live with saying that the reason that it is so important to get to know the seller updates is because it's your responsibility as a seller. The same way that it's your responsibility as a seller to understand how to do eBay dropshipping properly. And when I'm thinking about it with entrepreneurs on course, I'm not talking even about the giveaway that we do today. Leave the giveaway, put it aside. It's fucking $10 to get a proper eBay dropshipping course to learn properly how to do market research, how to add products to your store, all of that. If you do it properly, the last thing that would matter to you is whether you use an API software or not, because that's the biggest bullshit in the industry. So I hope that once again this week we answer that message, and the more that we're going to answer that message, because it will for sure also come up next week, right? Yeah. So you can stop sharing your screen, and so for the next week, like from week to week, I expect you to answer more the detailed answer, Mark, and not only the word. All right.
Okay. Right. So Chase asked. Okay. Person needs thanks. So guys, first of all, smash the like button. If you want to win a year of DSM tools and a year of Entrepreneur Zone, share this link on any one of your social media platforms. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Take a screenshot of it and send me an email to marc@dsg.com, and we'll give you a year subscription to the both software, which is $350.
And I'll tell you what. You know what? I'm in contact with the owner of DropSource. I don't know if I'll be here, but at least 1 month free of DropSource. And if not, then I would pay for it. Like you get it to do proper market research, just because we just talked about it.
Could you find if we could have him on a live one of these days?
Yeah, maybe. Let's continue with the Q&A, do the giveaways. Don't forget, guys, so where can you share it? On Instagram?
So share on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. Take the screenshot of where you shared the video, and then shoot me an email to marc@dsg.com, and I will choose one of the emails that I got, and we'll give it away.
So if I'm watching this right now, all I need to do is take a screenshot, share it, say, guys, join the live.
Right, exactly. So you take the link to the video, share it on any platform, but take a screenshot of where you shared it, and then send it to me as proof that it was shared.
I'm going to do it right now too. I want to win. All right. Next question.
All right. So Chase asked, do they notify you if they stifle your sales visibility, or it just kind of happens? So I'll give you my experience with that, right? Two things can happen. One, they could send you that email that we shared with you briefly on the blog. You could check out blog.dsmtool.com, and there's a blog about it, but there's an email that it says like, hey, you're breaking the dropship in terms of service. We'll remove your top seller rating, but you can still sell. That's the summary of the thing. Then secondly, what happens is that there's something called promoted listings, and that is a graph. Actually, let me share my screen again, because that actually better answers that question.
You can see me a lot of times.
So this is a graph. So Chase, this is a graph that Kfir is talking about. What this graph is showing the views that you're getting on your listings before you get so-called flagged.
Can you explain what is promoted listings first, if we're already talking?
Okay, so what promoting in listings is you have the ability to pay or sacrifice a percentage of the final value or the final fee that someone pays for it in exchange for additional traffic. So you could tell eBay, hey, I'm on, like, let's say a $30 item. I'm willing to pay up to $5 per sale on this item, and then it promotes your listings outside of the eBay network, and then you get more traffic and you get more.
So basically, they do like a done for you advertising the listings for you outside of the eBay platform. This is what makes it so awesome to be able to use that promoted listings feature, only that it's, as you can see, not relevant for dropshippers, rather to eBay sellers that has their own inventory, which is most of the eBay sellers community.
Right, but to answer your question, Chase, if you did not get the email, the other way you could tell that your flag is by seeing a drop in your promoted listing.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So let me stop sharing and get back into the next question.
Stop sharing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. If drop shipping from retail stores, Walmart is not going to work for long term, what is viable long term? So you say that. You
Can I
answer
take
that
that?
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So look, dropshipping. First, I suggest for beginners to start with Aliexpress because Aliexpress is far more dropshipping friendly. It's so much more dropshipping friendly that if I show it in the course, there is an entire section on Aliexpress that is called the Dropshipping Center. Like you can't go more dropshipping friendly than that, right?
Right.
So it's much more dropshipping friendly. It's located. The items are located in China, and I talk about like the slower shipping and how can you handle it and how can you get faster shipping, and how can you still compete with the sellers on eBay, yada yada yada. But the point is that um, long term, what you want to do is if you consider starting eBay dropshipping, you're probably considering that because eBay dropshipping is the easiest form to start a business online. Maybe there are other as easy forms, but it's definitely one of the easiest ways to start a business. Very easy to onboard on eBay, unlike the hard time that Amazon gives you to start selling there. The dropshipping is, other than the flagged accounts and the reduced visibility that or reduced traffic that you're going to get to your listings, you still get enough traffic. The risk is zero because you don't need to pay for advertising because we're using two elements in dropshipping. One is called arbitrage, which is with drop source, for example, you can find products on eBay and then find the same product on AliExpress in one click, and the price on eBay will be higher. The product will have a lot of sales, and the price on AliExpress will be lower. That's a technique that is called, and you can find even other sellers and copy products from them. That's a technique that is called sniping. The inventor of the sniping technique is apparently Marc. I learned it a couple of weeks ago. And in the short term, you can start doing that. But speaking of long term, the thing with eBay dropshipping is, as I said, you're limited with the amount of profit that you can make. And if you build a business, if you become better at running your business, you would fairly quickly want to expand. The reason that I chose to contribute the eBay dropshipping course to a platform like Entrepreneur Zone and not to develop my own eBay dropshipping course and sell it just out there is because I believe honestly that any eBay dropshipping course alone is not enough, because you will want to grow your online business into whatever directions. Maybe you will decide with the knowledge that you have about eBay dropshipping to start a YouTube channel and blogging and start making money off of YouTube. Maybe you will go for Amazon dropshipping, which is the big brother of eBay dropshipping, which is the little sister of Amazon dropshipping. Maybe you will decide to go into Instagram marketing. Maybe you will decide to go into wholesale. So if you buy an inventory, you actually go according to the eBay policy, but you don't want to buy inventory before you have the experience of selling online, before you have the experience of doing proper market research, for example. So after you start, yes, not according to the policy, but by doing your best effort to comply with eBay's policies and suffering from reduced visibility, your business can grow in multiple directions. And that's the beauty of starting with eBay dropshipping. And I really hope that that's the beauty of maybe either taking my course or just listening to this live stream, because I know that in the industry of make money online, a lot of influencers just want to sell to you and they don't really care about how will you grow or what is the proper education that you need right now at this moment. And if you don't have any experience in digital marketing, you don't need to care about the eBay dropshipping policy. You just need to learn how to properly manage your first e-commerce business. And from there, you will have opportunities to grow, maybe into wholesale, which is according to the policy, or maybe to anything that I already mentioned.
Okay, so I want to address Bosco. Bosco said something, and I want to talk about it because this API thing just keeps fucking coming up. And I think, and I don't know. So earlier in this call, right, I had spoke about, I think it was when you disappeared, Kfir. I had spoke about someone in Nicaragua who was drop shipping, not using software, right? And I don't know, his name is Bosco as well. So I don't know if that's the Bosco, but Um, I just gone ahead and made my own money. So I'll get back to Chase. So first, Bosco. The only people advocating in favor of API software are the owners of these API tools, DSM tools, AutoDS. They all mislead you so that when you get flagged, you will be forced to use their software. Okay, can I respond to that, Kfir?
Go ahead.
If you are drop shipping on eBay and you are using Walmart, Sears, Home Depot, Amazon, the big box retailers,
Even Aliexpress.
No, wait. I'm talking about the result that I have seen, right?
Yeah.
No API or non-API software is going to save you from eBay waking up one day and being like, fuck you. So that's the first thing. That's my real belief, right? That's from my experience, from looking at people who work for me, from managing accounts, from working with Preston, who lives in Nicaragua. He was here a couple days ago and talking about eBay and stuff. I do not think whether you use API or non-API software, if you're drop shipping from big box retailers, you're not building a business that's going to last you 3 years. You're not. I don't think so. The reason why I personally decided to start doing these videos with Kfir and someone who built eBay dropshipping software is a couple things, right? Other than spending millions of dollars on a piece of software, Kfir has communication with eBay, right? Not with employees within eBay, right? eBay has a certain level of traffic, and eBay allows you to get away with a certain level of nonsense. But what I've noticed is dropshipping directly from retailers, even with good feedback, is not what they allow you to do. What I have personally noticed, I never liked dropshipping from Aliexpress. Me personally, I've never liked doing it. I want to say that publicly. But what I also personally noticed is that there are still thousands of fucking dropshippers dropshipping from motherfucking Aliexpress and making money long term. Guys that I've seen dropshipping since before I stopped dropshipping on eBay, because I've spent years of looking at eBay. I still have a list of like 4,000 eBay dropshippers that was not in the SGD, right? So the idea of Bosco bringing this up like it's a big conspiracy that everyone is being set up. Listen, if you understand the basic principles of how all this fucking shit works, you don't have to worry about conspiracies. eBay has billions of dollars in sales a year. There are dropshippers making $1,000 a month in dropshipping. There are things that are allowed to do and not allowed to do. There are software owners like Kfir, that the dudes from all the other software places that create tools that help you speed up the process to do stuff in your dropshipping business. And there are certain limitations to dropshipping and there are certain advantages to dropshipping. eBay dropshipping, you invest almost no fucking money and you can start an e-commerce business in a time where the world is going mad. The economies are dying. Tens of millions of people in the States are out of jobs. So it's not some grand fucking conspiracy. There are not thousands of people using this software and they're all being tricked into using API software. Like, fuck. Anyway, that's just my little rant. But yeah.
I'm sending a link to the article in the chat. I just joined through my, if I'm already through my phone and thing is not working, so I joined through my computer to the live stream where I can, and then I can participate also in the chat. So I send you guys the article, the link to the article.
I didn't see the link. I don't see it.
It will come up in a minute. So do we have what?
Okay, I've just gone ahead and made my own non-API software. Would rather no risk have my account shut down It's an automated as possible, still a mix of manual and automated dropshipping. Chase, good on you for creating your own software, but if you get suspended, I want you to comment on my video the day you get suspended. Because I personally think if you're using Walmart, Amazon, Sears, Home Depot, by staying stealth as possible is just going to save you some time. And the scary thing, listen, being an entrepreneur and running a business is already uncertain compared to having a job. When you have a job, you get paid every week, you save 10, 20, 30% of your money, and you plan and all the bullshit, right? When you're running a business, you need the ability to properly manage your finances, plan the future, and plan for obstacles. Unless you plan for when the day comes that the eBay account is just going to stop allowing to sell, then good on you. But I still do not think whether you build your own software or not. Listen, there's a kid in my Slack, right? He built his own non-API software as well. And I wish, Bosco. Okay, Bosco. Listen, please, one of these days, I want you on the live. I want Bosco on the live. So you could give
your We're telling a story, Mark. A kid on your Slack.
Right. So a kid on my Slack built his own non-API software as well. Right? I've had him on my channel before. The video got a ton of views, and we've been friends for like 3-4 years, right? Actually, he's been asking to meet you for a while, Kfir, because he writes his own software, and he's just a smart kid that lives in the States, right? He built his own non-API software, was doing the same thing. Walmart, Amazon, blah, blah, blah. And eBay shut him down. Maybe like a week ago. He got the MC011. And
you know what?
Go ahead.
The reason that people, I talk about it in the article that I shared as well. The reason that people are getting suspended has nothing to do with the suppliers that they're dropshipping from. You know what? All right. Maybe there is something that has to do with that. But actually, and I don't know the case that you're talking about, the specific case. I'm talking from, reviewing dozens of cases, hundreds of cases. I don't know how many cases I've seen so far. Most of the cases of accounts getting suspended on eBay are people that are not managing their eBay account properly.
Actually, it's funny you say that because Preston recently got MC011 and he said he got it because he slacked off from uploading tracking numbers, and it kind of like...
Okay, I wish I could share my screen right now. I talk about it in the course like 1 billion times. I mentioned it. There is a section on eBay that is called the Seller Hub. The Seller Hub is like the dashboard to your eBay store. In that Seller Hub, there is one small part that is called your seller level. And in that seller level, there are literally metrics that you can just fucking follow it. Go and watch your seller metrics. You will see how many tracking numbers you did not upload on time. You will see how many times you get a defect rate. You know what a defect rate is?
Yeah. Defect rate. I can't remember what it is on eBay.
It's when you either don't answer a case, like a buyer bought something from you, he got it, he's not satisfied with the purchase, he opens the case, and you as a seller don't respond. Obviously, you will get a defect rate. If you sell, and that's something that as a dropshipper you take as a risk. If you sell a product and then it's out of stock and you don't fulfill that order and you mark that you don't have it in stock, which happens unfortunately to dropshippers from time to time. By the way, will happen like 10 times more chance that it will happen to you if you dropship from American retailers in comparison to a Chinese marketplace like Aliexpress, which is why I recommend people to dropship from Aliexpress. But anyway.
So say that again. Why do you recommend beginners to dropship from Aliexpress?
Because when you dropship from Walmart or Amazon, let's say now during the holiday season, as awesome as it is, if you would sell a product and the product, even if you use completely automated order systems, whatever, and the automated order system failed to, or you don't use it, whatever, you fulfill it yourself because you work manually without the software, and you didn't fulfill the order, you can't fulfill the order because the product goes out of stock. It's a defect rate to your account. Yeah. Collect a couple of those, and there you go. A suspension is on its way.
Yep. Yeah.
It happens
And
much less
Preston
with
said he's saying,
AliExpress. This is why AliExpress is so much more beginners friendly.
yeah, because it's not like they're going in and out of stuff. Kfir, could you answer the questions? I'm going to run and take a leak because I've been drinking water the past like 2 hours. 1 second.
Okay. So first, guys, while Mark is taking a leak, come, Mark. You can say, I'm just going for a second to somewhere. You don't have to say what it is. Anyway, while Mark is doing that, I want to remind you, because we're going to go back to the subject, the original subject of this live session. Unfortunately, if you are just now has joined the live session, then I know that it says that eBay seller update is the subject that we are going to talk about, but my computer died. I'll show you again. My computer is it's right now working, but I can't join the live session for some reason through the computer, so I can't talk about that subject. So what we turn this live event to is a Q&A. So any question that you have, doesn't have to be only questions about whether it's allowed or not allowed to use an API software to do eBay dropshipping. Any question that you have about eBay dropshipping, I invite you to pop now in the comment section. And I want to mention more than that. In this live and in the next live, we're running a giveaway that's worth more than $350. It's an annual subscription to DSM Tool and an annual subscription to Entrepreneur Zone, where you can find a course about how to use DSM Tool and how to do like a lot of courses like Amazon dropshipping, eBay dropshipping, and other courses. So I would love. So what you need to do in order to get this prize is you take a screenshot of this live session. You post it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any social media that is out there, and you tag us and you say, guys, I'm watching this live session. I invite you to watch it as well. And then you take a screenshot of your post. Sorry, you don't have to take a screenshot of this live session and say it. You can just join the live session and take a screenshot of your post and send it to Mark's email, which he shared in the chat. I'll ask him to share it once more when he's back here. I'm going to send it in the chat right now. And if you do that and you send him the email, he's going to choose one of you guys. And there are like 18 people here, so you have 1 out of 18 chances to win that prize. Mark, I see that you're back. I hope that everything was fine. And I want to go back to the question. And it says here, Chase says that I'm watching the patterns, taking notes on any changes and mistakes they will make. All right, let me know. If I make mistakes, I'm open for discussion. Look, like I know that a lot of influencers online are only looking to sell to you, and I won't lie, I own a business. I need to pay salaries. I have dozens of people that work for me, so I have to sell my software, right? But I'm unlike a lot of influencers, unlike a lot of software out there, I'm not willing to deceive my customers. So if you find things that you think that I'm doing wrong, let me know. We would debate it. We would fix it. Maybe we would agree or disagree. I'm willing to open into a discussion. I see that Bazar is writing, how can I get access to your Slack, Mark? How can you get access?
No, we can't just add random people. The only, like, I have very few listen, okay, I'll explain to you guys something about, I guess you could learn something about this, right? I make money online, but I don't like social media and I don't like phones. I don't like to be working and someone call me and stop me from what I'm doing. That might seem crazy in 2020, but that's just me. So I reserve Slack for the few people that I communicate with on a daily basis. Our clients from Dunphy, the Dunphy clients in Slack, Kfir is in Slack, a couple of the close guys from Dropship House is in Slack. But I don't just add tons of people in Slack. And the crazy thing is I pay $5 a month per person who's in my Slack. So I'm paying for these guys to communicate with me. So I can't just give access to Slack. If you want closer access to me, you could join the membership section on YouTube. That's the same $5 a month that I'm paying on Slack. Actually, you know what? If you guys join the membership section, I'll make a group in Slack for you guys. So I answer your question. You want closer access to Slack Bazaar? Join the membership section on YouTube, and I'll invite you to Slack, and all the guys in the membership section will have their own group. All right, completely agree with Bosco. Well, let me say something else about Bosco, right? And this is just props to Bosco. I know Bosco from, and this is also something that you guys could understand and what is interesting about like how I observe people and so on. I'll explain who Bosco is, if you don't mind me saying Bosco. I wouldn't put your last name out there or all this stuff, but I'll just give a little insight, right? When I moved to Nicaragua, Bosco had a restaurant. He still has a restaurant. And I used to go there all the time. And he saw me from kind of far, like my progression of like the car I was driving or the neighborhood I was living in or the amount of employees I had or whatever. And I just used to go buy pizza at the restaurant all the time. And then he was like, one day he asked me what I did, and I just told him marketing. Just because in Nicaragua, you don't want to explain what dropshipping is. But then I told him what it was. He came to my office, this is like a year or two ago. We did a video. I think the video should be on YouTube. But Bosco took the information that he got from us and his work ethic that he has from running a brick and mortar restaurant and got up to making $8,000 to $10,000 net profit a month on eBay, using his own twist on what we taught, right? And I don't know if I ever told Bosco that directly, but I always look up to people who just take stuff and run. And I think because Bosco I think is around my age, right? I'm 37. I'm a lot older than the typical like this 18-year-old kid that was saying he makes 6 figures a month or some nonsense in my last life, right? But guys, the opportunity to start, especially in eBay dropshipping, with all the challenges and the API and the fear and all the bullshit, right? In 2020, the fucking bottom line is you have very few options. There are very few options where you can invest not that much money and have the opportunity to build an actual business where clients are buying stuff from you. And people like Bosco, who has physically built a brick and mortar business, understands the money invested, the time it takes, and the upside. And when he saw e-commerce, he jumped on it and ran, in my opinion. This is my opinion and me looking at Bosco from outside. And I wish more people could just do that. Because Kfir and I have more than 1,000 videos, 1,500 videos, right? Kfir has spent more than $2 million building DSM tools. We are doing training at $10, where I am like posted, going live every fucking day, right? But there's one thing that Kfir said in a few videos ago. We cannot do the work. We are not doing the work for you, right? Business about taking some level of risk. Having people complain about a business model where you're risking $50 fucking is insane. And there are too many fucking influencers on YouTube dancing and prancing and making videos about make $10,000 with zero fucking investment. What the fuck kind of world is that?
While you're asleep.
Yeah, make money while you fucking sleep. What magic world do you think we live in?
Hey, I'm from here directly to my unicorn.
Like, come on, guys. And this is why I like these lives, because I get to interact with the guys and like, because when I pre-record the videos, I kind of have an idea at certain topics I want to cover, right? But I keep forgetting. Like, I never really had a job. I didn't have to like motivate myself to wake up. Like, I interact with Kfir sometimes. I was telling him last week, I was like, dude, I'm fucking tired. When do I get a vacation? And his response was like, in 5 years, right? That's a fucking work ethic you should have if you want to, like any of you guys watching this and want to change your life, to work. We are doing everything we can to give you tools, training, insight, making mistakes. Being like, listen, motherfuckers, these are the mistakes you've made in the past. Try not to make those. Like, fuck.
Mark, you said you never had a job, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to say that one day maybe I'll let you work for me.
Sure, I'll try it. Because, okay, let me tell you, the couple of jobs I've had, I've worked, Mark, the same style and same cameras of 3 years ago. Can't See you grow. Can't see. This is not. Oh God. Okay, Nikita. Fuck you. It's the same Mark. But what was I saying? Right. I work. The few times I've worked for people, I worked for people that I could learn from. I worked for the richest dude in my country for 3 months for free. I worked for the CEO of a financial institution in Trinidad for 6 weeks for free to learn, right? So come on, man.
You know, one of the big opportunities that I had to do learning was working for free. I did only for 3 months, but I worked in a cyber security company with someone who today is my friend, but back then it was like, someone who gave me an opportunity. The guy today, as of today, raised $50 million from venture capital investors. Like his company is about 120 people. And we talk a lot about work ethics and we don't talk a lot, right? Because we don't have time to talk a lot. I own a company, he owns a company, and I wouldn't call it talk a lot. But when we have those rare opportunities, when we can have a thorough conversation, and we sit on a glass of whiskey and talk about life, then usually what you would find out that like the more you grow as an entrepreneur, the more you just keep being married to your workplace. Like this it takes over your entire life to an insane level, and it's a price that not everyone are willing to pay. Not everyone because it's easier to look at someone that says, "Hey, this is just a copy paste job. Look, you're going to make a lot of money online just copy pasting." And while I understand why the concept behind it is like a copy paste concept, but that's like saying that, I don't know, that opening a bank, your own bank, would only mean, hey, you give someone money and he gives you back more money because you give him a loan. No, that's not how it works. It's like freaking complicated. It's a business.
So yeah, and I like having this conversation with you, Kfir. I invite other entrepreneurs to join these conversations because we need more of this. I could eBay sells 100 billion, Amazon sells 200 billion. We have a great opportunity. Everyone trusts these platforms. Dropship, blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, you guys gonna have to figure out how to wake up every single fucking day and look for that money and work for the money and list the right items and be more and organize your life, organize your time, organize what you do every day. Set goals, daily goals, weekly goals, how many listings you list, what profit margins you want, how quickly you respond to message, how quickly you upload tracking numbers, and continuously on a daily fucking basis, try to get better. Because this is a competition with all the other motherfuckers who can start a business with no money.
And I'll tell you more than that, Mark.
Yeah.
Right now I'm talking about eBay dropshipping. But if you think that in 5 years I will maybe I will still talk about eBay dropshipping. But if you think that necessarily the business model that it will be the easiest to start with, or that I will be promoting in 5 years will be eBay dropshipping, that might be wrong. You have to develop yourself all the time. You have to continue that trial and error. You are getting married to the concept of becoming an entrepreneur. It will probably take over your life if you actually succeed to start growing. I don't see any other way. I'm not familiar with anyone. Like, you know what is that? I will say it about 100 more times in our conversations. Mark, what is the easiest way to make $1 million in 5 minutes? To be born to a really rich family and wait 5 minutes as you see that your parents pass away. That's the only way.
Yeah. Because I don't know anyone successful that doesn't work hard, dude. And it frustrates me to a certain extent that the same people, a lot of these influencers online spend hours and hours doing research on the videos and type of videos and actually put in work into building the YouTube videos and pretend like it doesn't take work. You know what I mean? Like it all takes work. You just need to get better on a daily basis, systemize it. And I don't know any good time management courses, Chase. I'm actually trying to reach out. So on Entrepreneur Zone, we're trying to reach out to different experts so we can add those type of courses. One of my office manager is actually working on a productivity course. So that's funny that you said that. We're like
I can give one tip about it. I can give one tip about it.
Yeah.
If currently you don't have a notebook like this notebook that I have right here, if currently you don't start your day by opening a notebook, writing your daily tasks, and my native language is not English, it's Hebrew, whatever we speak here in Israel. And as you can see, I still write everything in English. This is my daily tasks.
Why do you write it in English?
What?
Why do you write it in English?
I don't know. I got used to it, and I run the company in English, so everything it's easier for me for some reason. And also, my wife doesn't speak Hebrew, so we communicate in English at home. Anyway, the point is that I write myself down the things that I need to do, and I will do that no matter if I'm managing, I don't know, a company the size that I'm managing right now, or if I would manage a corporate like eBay with 50,000 employees. Like, if you don't have today something that organizes your tasks for the day, that is kind of like the brick and mortar aspect of it, something that you don't need to open an app in your phone to see, that is on the table that you're looking at, and you need to go, and you can at any point of time leave all of the screens aside and just look into that, and it will bring you back to the organization that you did in the morning. Plus, it makes you organize your day in the beginning of the day. What I do when I wake up, every freaking work day, right? Not on the weekend, but every fucking day, I write myself a plan, and I take my phone, I look at my schedule, my Google Calendar. Every single meeting that I have, I set up an alarm clock to ring at the time of that meeting in order to organize my day.
So yeah, so that's I have started to use a notebook because of Kfir. I usually use everything on my computer. I've slept with my laptop for the past 9 years, maybe more. I think I've slept with my laptop for the past 15 years. Slept. Like, I've been married 3 times. All 3 of my wives understood that I physically sleep with my laptop, and this is the last thing I see at night, and the first thing I see in the morning. Do I recommend that for everyone? No. It is bizarre. And because of Kfir, I start using a notebook so you get less. But this is not, guys, when I have a video about the easiest way to sell $100,000 a month and blah, blah, blah. And it's about setting goals, hitting those daily goals, getting an idea what other people are doing, and doing work. Like, I have to fucking motivate my employees to like hit goals on a daily basis and manage these Amazon accounts. When we talk about this done for you shit, someone is doing the work, and I don't want to like be misquoted, or people say, yeah, but you talk about passive income. No, like, come on, fuck. Anyway, sorry. I like these lives, as you can see.
Do you have any more questions?
Any questions, guys? Bazaar said, to be fair, I started with garage selling, but it doesn't scale, and I don't want a 9-to-5 anymore. So guys, we've been on for more than an hour. Hit us with any more questions. If not, both Kfir's day is done because you're in Israel. I have to get back to running my business. And Nikita, my name is Mark with a C. It's very important. The C is for my mother's name. My name is Carol. Are you writing me, Kfir, or no?
No, I was writing myself a note for later.
Okay.
I don't see any more questions. I think.
All right, so figure out when we could do the video about the seller update. Guys, if you weren't here when we said it before, if you want to win a free 1-year subscription to both DSM Tool and Entrepreneur Zone, What I need you to do is share the link to this video, because even if they join the video after this live, it would help. Share a link to this video on any social media platform: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Take a screenshot of where you shared it and send it back. Send it to my email, mark@dsgenie.com. What's the cost of the SM tool? There's a link to the SM tools in it.
You can start for free. We have a free forever plan, so you can join free. Feel free to join. But because we're a business and obviously we look to upgrade you at some point, then when you're starting using DSM tool, you immediately start from the upgraded plan, and that goes for 7 days. So you can use all of the features for 7 days. And after those 7 days, you have two options. Either you continue with the free plan, but a lot of features would be then limited, but it's completely free. You can run your entire business even with a free plan. Or hopefully you would choose to take the upgraded plan, and then it starts from $25 a month or $20 a month if you take the annual plan.
Okay. Chase, do you have any suggestions when it comes to managing employees? You go. I just work too much. Listen, you talk about that. I will talk about that also. But what do you have to say to that? Any suggestions when it comes to managing employees?
I think that the biggest suggestion that I can make is that, and this comes from my heart, right? Because this entire live session is gone mad already anyway. By the way, if you're saving this live session, change the title so it won't mislead people. But when it comes to managing employees, I think that the biggest lesson that I learned as someone who is getting attached to people emotionally is that as your business grows and as you bring employees over, try to remember from day one, and try to train yourself already from now, that on one hand, it's really worth it to invest in them in terms of invest in their growth. So every one of my employees knows, and if they don't know, I hope they're watching this and now they know that our main goal in DSM tool is not if it would be to grow them so that they would grow outside of DSM tool and they would become, I don't know, they would take whatever role in a corporate that maybe is able to pay more. Like the personal growth is the number one thing, one of the most important values for me. But together with that, I want to say that when you decide that this is one of your values and you develop the people, if hard times would come, and in the DSM tool company, hard times came. I talk about it I think in the first interview that we ever did, I talked about it, about what happened to DSM tool after eBay released their eBay dropshipping policy that we talked about for an hour now. Then hard time came and I had to release employees, and that was hard as fuck. It's really, really uncomfortable situation to be in. Starting from the point that you understand that you need to do that and you postpone it and you harm the company more because these people need to be laid off, and you don't do that because there's so many, you can have a lot of sleepless nights, and I mean it because you might think, hey, but laying off employees, that's cool because I'm the manager. No, dude, it sucks to a level that you literally don't sleep at night. You feel shitty, as if, think of things that made you in your life not to sleep at night, right? I don't know, maybe someone that broke your heart, maybe someone, some situation that was super stressful. So that's what it is when you need to choose who do you lay off. So when it comes to the company just growing and everything is so nice, and I think that managing employees, I enjoy it. I enjoy developing people. But I think the problem begins when you're having hard times. And let me tell you something. No matter which company you look at, any company would go through hard times. What's your take on it?
All right,
this is just one aspect of managing employees. About a million of them. Yeah.
So I am going to share two things. I'm going to share one thing that I personally learned from Kfir and that I implemented in my company. And two, I'm going to share my experience with both keeping employees too long and firing employees quickly, right?
Yeah, and then I'm going to say one more thing that you reminded me.
Yeah. When managing when you first start your own business, especially in this eBay dropshipping thing, you usually do everything yourself. You usually you live and die by what you do. When you start to hire people, the one thing that I had to become better at is setting measurable goals and holding them accountable to those measurable goals on a continuous basis, right? And setting measurable goals, holding them accountable, and communicating about those goals would also help you a lot when you have to fire people, right? So let's say we talk about eBay dropshipping. So let's say you have a VA that has to list 10 items a day. Hold that VA to the 10 items a day, every single day, until you could feel comfortable that they're doing it. If they give you an excuse, figure out why, and set a goal that is achievable, and then go up from there. So that's one. Two, dropshipping. I was dropshipping for a very long time. I've only been doing it done for you for about 3 years, right? The done for you business is where I learned most of what it comes to managing employees. Because our biggest, I had 120 something employees, okay? This is the most insane thing. Like, as a small entrepreneur, you're like, yeah, I want to grow a company, I want to create jobs, and you feel rewarded to create jobs for people who need it. But you still have to build systems to keep holding those people accountable. The bigger you get, the more systems you need to hold those people accountable. And then at the end of the day, the business feeds them, the business feeds you, and the business produces income to continue growing. And I personally think, and Kfir, you may be wrong, you may disagree with this, but I personally think the goals and the business needs to be first. And every time I have postponed firing someone because I know they have a kid, or I know they need the money, and I know they can't fit in that position, it has hurt the business and hurt other employees more than it was worth it. And that shit is hard.
I hate to agree with this, but I totally agree.
It sucks, dude. I've personally hired more than 400 fucking people in Nicaragua. 400. I've had single mothers be fired. I've had a girl, this is what's that? Jamarelli Dream Team. What's up, Tom?
Oh, Tom Nash, how you doing, man?
Anyone watching this, you guys check out Tom's channel. But what am I saying? Okay, let me just go back to what I was saying. I have fired single mothers. I have fired guys who need the money. I have fired 23 people in one day. I fired a girl whose father died 4 days after I fired her in the coronavirus. I speak to my psychologist about firing people because these are humans. These are people with emotions and needs and feelings. But at the end of the day, you have to keep them accountable, and the business has to be first, as fucking horrible as that seems. But yeah, that's just my, go ahead, Kfir.
I can't remember anymore what was the specific point that came up, but you talked about the question was any suggestions when it comes to managing employees. And I think that when it comes to new entrepreneurs, and if you're starting your business, because eventually this is the audience that is watching this, like new entrepreneurs, people who are looking to start their business for the first time. And I see Tom says, I have fired people who already fired.
That was exactly.
Tom, I was trying to reach out to you. Speaking of that, I will try again via email or via, I can't remember where, but I'm going to try again. I hope that you'll answer there.
And Tom, I sent you a message on Twitter and you didn't answer me either. I know your YouTube channel is blowing up, so he doesn't have time for us now.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Okay, we still love you, Tom, though.
Yeah, but
anyway,
go ahead.
Back to employees. So I think that the most interesting question is when to hire your first employee. And when it comes to a dropshipping business, then there are two general theories. He's writing on Hollywood. There are two general theories that comes to when to do that. One is to hire what's so called relatively from the beginning. And if you have the money to hire someone to do the work for you, the advantage of that would be that they would not be able to be lazy about things. Remember that we talked earlier about seller level, about not updating tracking information on time, about having orders that are not fulfilled all time. Anything like that could be solved by having someone to operate the business for you if you're willing to take the risk of having someone in the business relatively early, and maybe your initial profits you invest in it, maybe you just have enough money to hire someone. These are virtual assistants. It doesn't cost that much to hire people to work for you in that field of dropshipping. Then it would potentially increase the performance of your business. They could do the market research for you. They could do a lot of things. The other option of that actually most people take is that they start the business by themselves, and then they make enough money, but more important, they become professional enough in the business in order to be able to train their virtual assistant. Because there are a lot of services out there that offers you a virtual assistant that is already trained. But honestly, in my opinion, I think that you have to be expert enough in something as simple as dropshipping in order to have someone under you to work, in order for you to be able to set goals that are realistic. Think about how many goals you might set that are not realistic because you have no idea how much time it takes to make market research, and then you would expect that from an employee of yours. That would just make you frustrated. That would not bring results in. So I am more in favor of the second option, but I would not tell you that. But you know what? If you have enough money, then maybe a better solution for you is to go for a done-for-you service and not to hire someone to do that for you and manage it by yourself.
Yeah, and so Ecom Tom is interesting you say that, Kfir, because I used to do videos with Ecom Tom, and when he came out of college, he had hired VAs immediately. And so he kind of spent his time, he had the money to hire before it was profitable, and spend his time learning how to manage people first, right? And we've had multiple conversations about that, but I personally, I agree with you in the sense that like I have learned all the things first, so I know how to set goals, I know what to expect, and I know when your employees are filling you with bullshit. Because you have to remember, all of you guys who are not entrepreneurs yet, or who had a job, right? Think about what do you do at your job. Most people do enough at their job to keep it, not to take over the company. Most humans do enough work in their job to keep their job. So if you know the task that your employees need to do, when they make excuses about this not getting done or that not getting done, you would know 100% sure that they're blowing smoke up your ass. They're just like trying to keep their job. So that is why, to me, as a beginner entrepreneur, if you build in some of these small businesses that doesn't require hundreds of thousands of dollars to start, in my opinion, you should learn the different parts of the dropshipping model and then hire. Because I personally hate customer service, but when I first started, I had to do all of it. I figured out,
it's also also no matter what business it is. I mean, you know what? Maybe Tom, if he's still here, maybe you can share with us. If you hire someone on YouTube, because let's see the difference between dropshipping and YouTube. What are the type of tests that you would outsource to that person, and how would you measure that? And Mark, maybe you can answer that as well. Today, when you start, as someone who runs a done-for-you business, how do you set the expectations for the people, and how do you measure that?
I mean, we have a process that was built from my experience. So we know what they're supposed to do in the first month. We know what they're supposed to do on a daily basis. And then
that from my experience, like that's the whole point of what you're talking about, right? Yeah. Okay, continue telling about the process.
Right. I know how many listings supposed to happen. I know mistakes that can happen. I know how many times the mistakes can happen. So I have an expectation what I need from my employees, right? Most common is SEO and editing. That's what Tom said about his hiring.
But Tom, how do you measure that? And how do you know what to measure?
All right, Tom, how do you measure SEO and editing, and how do you know how to measure that? Do you compare to other YouTubers? Do you compare to, and then hiring, you talk about hiring. You hiring overseas or in-house. Both very hard to monitor, and the results are not amazing for the most part.
Which is generally true for managing employees, speaking
Yeah,
of.
exactly. Exactly. That's actually spot on. So it's like me managing my guys, it's a continuous motivation and showing of expectation, right?
And
And
training.
training is like huge. Editing is subjective, yeah. Training is huge. You need to put in time in real training, and then you can hold them accountable. Because a lot of this stuff, I struggle with that also, because I've been living in a dropshipping bubble for 9 years. It is natural to me, right? When I'm training guys, like there's this one kid, Myers, he actually turned 20 yesterday and he's working for me. I gave him a job as a test, and he happened to work really hard and have results. One of the reasons I think that is because my training process has changed, and he's physically in the office, and I'm an asshole all day, right? So there's this element of, okay, Mark is here, like we have certain things, he'll lose his mind if I don't hit the goals, right? When you're doing that remotely, that is something that I personally struggle with, because I have most of my guys in-house. And Kfir, you built your business with remote, like you don't have anyone in your physical office, or do you?
No, the entire company is working remote. We have a physical office and we meet there from time to time. But it's like a relatively small area. Yeah, everyone works from home. And we learned a lot to do measure. So first I want to say that I learned a lot by making shit tons of mistakes. Like I could have had far, far more money than I have today if I would do things correctly to begin with. It's not as bad as you, Mark, spending $250,000 on refunds to your customers, but not as bad. But I could have definitely made far more money if I would have the knowledge myself, and if I would train myself first and then invest in training my staff. Like Tom says, SEO is search traffic analytically verifies. And I think that what you mean by that, Tom, is that like you have to know how to do YouTube analytics in order to look at the results that someone has made for you and to be able to measure them. And I think that I learned it the same way as well. Like I remember, having people doing some kind. We talk about digital marketing businesses, right? Dropshipping eventually is a business, is a form of business in digital marketing. And as a digital marketer, why do I keep telling people, like, consider start with eBay dropshipping and then build your way up in the world of digital marketing? Because I myself, when I started doing eBay dropshipping, I fairly quickly dropped the part of managing a dropshipping store and started managing the software company, because the software company blew up completely. It went ridiculously viral. Like my brother, who's my business partner on the development side, was invited to lecture in places like Singapore, right? Like,
Wow.
taught in any language that you can think of how to use our software anywhere around the world. And this also, we had the millions of dollars to invest back in, right? But I did mistakes in terms of how I managed the marketing side of the business that were, if you look at it today, if you, Mark, with your knowledge in digital marketing, if you would review it, you would look at it and you would say, oh my God, I just can't believe he made such stupid mistakes.
We've had some of these conversations.
I was letting my staff do those mistakes because I didn't know what to expect from them. And I think that the lesson from that is that when we talked about the journey of start from eBay dropshipping and then move to Amazon dropshipping and then move maybe to doing YouTubing yourself, or maybe open an Instagram account. And when you do those things, you don't have to use your own face, you don't have to go live yourself. There are ways to, let's say, do Instagram marketing without ever showing your face on Instagram and still build a success. Like there is an entire masterclass about that in Entrepreneur Zone by Darius, where he is teaching how to build an account, and it doesn't have to at all show your face. He recommends that you can do that as well. But the thing is that if I would, to begin with, gain the knowledge of how to do the marketing properly, then my entire business would look the same. And that's what I didn't do. And it's the same with dropshipping. If you guys want to hire people to work for you, and if you guys want to properly run a business, you have to learn to do it yourself properly. You have to learn the other aspects of digital marketing. What is affiliate marketing? How does those things work? You have to understand the theory. Like, some people are looking for that copy paste make money online thing, and that's more important for them than actually learning the actual aspects of managing an online business and an online digital marketing business. And guys, avoid that. Like, this is going to take a lot of learning, a lot of work, all of those things that we talk about. We said it about 100 times only in this live session, and we will continue saying that, and it will continue to annoy us that people are looking for different things in the next live session, because this is what it is. So I think to conclude this discussion about the question was if we have any tips about how to manage employees. And I think it took us to another 30 minutes of discussion, because it's such a topic for us. I think that if you want really to manage employees, and if you want to the tips about it, then work very, very hard by yourself, know exactly what your employees are going to do, and only then bring someone to do that instead of you.
Yep. All right, guys. So this live went for 90 minutes. Thanks for your time.
Not even in the subject that we wanted.
What's that?
Not even in the subject that we wanted.
I have to change the topic when we come up. But guys, let us know what other questions we can answer. In the description, there's a link to Entrepreneur Zone. There's a link to DSM Tools. There's a free plan with DSM Tools, so go check it out. What do you do about sales that can be fulfilled because the item went out of stock? I use software to reduce that as much as possible.
And I recommend dropshipping from Aliexpress, where not only that it could happen far, far less, but also every product has so many different suppliers, and many of them would have it in stock. Dropship from Aliexpress, especially at the beginning.
Actually, that's interesting. So yeah, guys. Anyway, have a good one. Thanks for coming by, Tom. Thanks all you guys for joining. As Kfir and I will figure out when we would do the eBay seller update live.
I think we're going to do it next week.
Okay, so we'll plan it for next Wednesday at the same time. I will reschedule that tomorrow. And guys, I go live every morning at 8 o'clock, Monday to Friday. I know it is kind of insane, but I've been starting to work from 2 in the morning, so I work and then do the live. So yeah. All right, guys, have a good one. Let me see.
So Mark, I just want to say I'm sending you guys in the chat a direct link to the eBay dropshipping course that I was talking about. It's at www.entrepreneurzone.io/eBay. As simple as that. So
okay.
For those of you who will consider to take that, feel free to go there. I just shared the link also in the chat.
Okay, sweet. All right, guys. So subscribe to my channel, like the video, and have a safe one. Work hard and make that money. Peace.
Peace, guys. Thank you for joining us.